But the logic with which we have created our justifications is our seduction, is our trap. We have made everything justified based on a conditional reality that is in this matrix. In this matrix, we have been fed a daily diet of shame and unworthiness unless you do what the matrix tells you to do. And as much as you think you have free will, you know, when I go get a pedicure, I'm so excited. I can choose my nail polish. I feel so grown up. Little realizing that the choice is already chosen. The choices choose me, actually. And most of us live our life like this, where choices choose us. Our destiny is mapped out, but yet we think we are freewheeling, free-spirited, free-thinking, free-choosing. Yeah, we are, perhaps, a little bit more than someone who's really living in an enslaved condition. But we're choosing within the choices that have been made for us. You're choosing within the matrix. And even if you rebel, you're rebelling within the matrix. So you think you're such an anti-this and an anti-that, but you're anti within the matrix that's chosen for you. So the only real wise choice is to leave the matrix. It is only when you make the decision. So when the Buddha left his matrix, a palatial matrix, he had every comfort in the world. He was a true prince. Every egoic attachment of grandiosity possible to the Buddha. And his people knew not to let this wise little boy out. Because if he went out, he would see the truth. Just like the man in Plato's cave. He snuck out, he saw the truth. That's why our families keep us close. Don't leave, because you will find the truth. Don't go even to another house of worship, because maybe you'll discover more truth there. And don't call another woman mother, because I'm your only mother. And this is our family, not that. So when the Buddha left the matrix, one time he went out, and he saw old age, sickness, death, and suffering. And he asked, how is this possible? How is this a reality that I have not been exposed to? Where has this been? Why have I been pillowed and cushioned from this truth? And they tried to hush him up, but this boy, you see, he was too insistent. It took him one trip out to see the nature of reality. And he understood that the reality in his matrix, in his palatial matrix, was not the reality. There was a real reality outside, not the one created by his people and his entourage. So he left, he abdicated, he absconded, he left, deserted his throne, and went searching for the real truth, because he, I project, must have decided, I would rather live in truth than in comfort. I would rather live in wisdom than be right. I would rather go suffer my own suffering than suffer a false reality. So he went out, and he took a long time. First, he joined the crowd of the other outliers. He joined the crowd of the other sadhus and gurus who were standing on their head and contorting their bodies, trying to find the truth of this reality. Mystics in decades and lifetimes past have been looking for what you and I are looking for. This is not a journey not worn by many, not traveled by many. So he joined the mystics of his time who were living on one grain of rice, and he tried that, and he tried to sit still for a long time, and he tried to live on water, and he tried all ways to arrive at his actualized self. But he couldn't, because he was looking on the outside. He did what you and I have been doing, looking on the outside, looking for a guru, looking for a panacea, looking for medication, looking for something, take me away, show me the way. This is the necessary ingredient. The Buddha story is the journey we all need to take. We have to leave the comfort. We have to denounce the greatest stagnancy and complacency. We have to leave it behind. We have to step outside the 2 square footage of our belief systems to travel yonder into a space beyond belief, where you don't have belief, where you enter a desert terrain where somebody will ask you, what do you believe? Where you dare to say, I don't believe. What's your name? You dare to say, I have no name. What's your religion? I haven't figured it out yet. What do you want to be? I can't say. If we haven't gone through a vast terrain of desert-like absolute, terrifying solitude of the unknown, then we haven't really begun our journey. The Buddha's first journey was to denounce and no longer be the prince everyone knew him to be. What I'm saying to you is that the first step is you have to be willing to let go of your identities. Let go of your belief systems of what is good and what is bad. Let it go. Because who you've been given, who you've been told you are, the persona you're wearing, the masquerade you're living, you think you're not. You see, you think you're not. And you're like, no, not me. But you cannot not. I cannot not. Because I'm part of the matrix. There is no escaping. There's no one special person. Even the Buddha had to leave to go find. Even the Buddha had to abscond, be completely bare, naked, starting again, de novo. This is the way of the spiritual warrior. This is the path to bear, to find. You cannot find to find. You cannot cling to awaken. You cannot be the same to change. This is how we all want to change. They all come to me in therapy. I want to change, but I don't want to change. I want to change him.